What's up, everybody? And this is a different video because this isn't a gameplay video. This is just kind of something that popped into my head and I wanted to talk about it. And I was looking back on some old videos, like I was watching my very first videos. The first video in the Hayes versus COD GVM 3R series. I think there's 3 videos on it now, 3 or 4, something like that. And I noticed something, and that's that there are kind of like 3 different eras of the channel, right? Of course, there's some subsection eras of like different kinds of content where I was doing the SIMP stuff, where I was doing different kinds of music and different kinds of gaming and streaming and stuff like that I haven't done in a while. But for the most part, 3 eras. The first one was where I was doing really low effort shit, right? My voice, like I was high a lot of the time, to be fair, and it's 2 years ago now. Shut the fuck up, phone. And my voice was a lot less accustomed to being recorded and all that, but and there was a lot less videos like this where I was scripted, or I was, and when I say scripted, I don't mean I have a written script. Like, that's kind of hard to do with the content I make, where I play games that rely on RNG and stuff like that. But I'll sometimes like think of a joke and be like, "Ooh, I'll write that down," and then I'll say it sometime if I can fit it into a video. But that aside, there's the 3 eras, right? There's the first one where it was low effort content, shorts that were just kind of following trends as much as I could. And a lot of my videos didn't even have microphone on them. And I was actually streaming for a few hours, and then Wi-Fi got shoddy and I stopped streaming. But still, the low effort stuff where it would just be an hour-long recording and then I post it, or even multiple hours, God forbid. Then I slowly got into my second era, where I was actually editing. Oh my god! And I think that kind of started with, hold on, I'm going to pull up my channel, and I'm going to double check that I'm right here. While I'm scrolling through here, I'm noticing a few things. One, I was on camera. Like, of course, I had face coverings, but I was on camera a lot more. 2, of course, there's videos that were meant to seem like they were scripted but weren't. Like, I had a video where it was fucking like my early Fallout videos. I had a few where they were meant to be like sales pitches for the Marston revolver or some shit like that. Arthur singing Psycho Killer. There's a lot of DMZ. Rest in peace to that. Stuff like that. And there's a lot of bad recordings of PS3 games because I can't screen capture on a PS3, right? It's also like the birthplace of my 3 videos where I'm just going over all the memes on my computer. Yeah, some VR stuff I haven't done in a while because it broke. I haven't bothered fixing it. I mean, the first editing I was doing was compilations. Like, I was just throwing together a bunch of videos into hour-long stuff, maybe half an hour at least. But my first properly edited video, in heavy air quotes, was Modern Warfare 2022 campaign. Because I put text on screen like 3 times, I think. But I didn't want to go through it that much, so that was the most editing I did. But I believe the first proper bit of editing, where I was actually editing kind of throughout it, and like the start of my new era, was my MLG compilation, which of course I edited a lot of. which I did 2 parts. Between 2 parts, I did a Call of Duty Vanguard video. But those MLG compilations were... Oh, it's actually at 69 views right now. Nice. But they were meant to be a celebration for hitting 100 subscribers. But yeah, then the Gaming with Pals was technically the first in the Haze versus Kaji VM3R series, but that's roughly, where the editing started. But it didn't come back for a while. I think it still took a while for me to get into editing consistently, and even then I don't really edit now. But I did a lot more. But I think that was the start of like the second part. And I think the start of my third era was probably around a year ago. I'd say probably with Modern Warfare 2023 was when I really started to get into like my modern bit. So if I were to get probably actually around if I were to say like definitively probably around the start of my Bloodborne series, actually, now that I'm looking at it. You can very much tell this is unscripted. Yeah, at the start of my first Bloodborne video, little did I know the spiral that would take me down. That's where I would say I started that. And that was like the start, I would say, of my new fucking era. And that has carried me for about a year-ish. And now I've gotten more into music and less into drawing and animation than I was before. But yeah, streaming came back for a little bit, then it went away again. The channel's actually doing really well recently. I don't think there's been many videos, especially shorts, that have gotten less than a few hundred views. But yeah. And recently I've gotten into Ready or Not, which has been really fun. But I think what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to separate my videos into kind of 2 main categories, where mostly what the channel is going to be clips of me hanging out with friends, mostly playing with friends. Of course there's going to be music and stuff like that, and of course there's going to be videos where it's just me playing by myself, or just randomly online with, for lack of a better word, strangers. And of course there's going to be Bloodborne, which Kaji VM3R wussed out of playing. But, for the most part, it's probably going to be hanging out with the boys. I don't really know why I made this video. I just kind of wanted to go on a rant. I think I'm going to make a new series where I just kind of go on rants about stuff. It's not going to be any kind of politics. I don't want politics to enter this series. Also, the politics I would probably rant about would be American, and I'm Canadian, so it's not really my place. I mean, there are Canadian politics I would talk about, but I think I'm gonna save that for my personal life. I want this channel to be not innocent. Like, there's probably gonna be a few times where I'm gonna get in shit for the things I've said, like retard, F word you can't say on Twitch that isn't fuck, stuff like that. But I don't want to bog down the channel with like other stuff, but I'd also like to point out that we hit 900 videos, and when we do 1,000, I'm gonna do something special, and I'm thinking about doing something special for the third anniversary of the channel, which is going to come, I believe, on October 8th, which is less than 2 months away as of recording this. Hopefully by then we'll have around 600 subscribers. I might do some fan interaction, if you guys would like that. If anyone's actually watching this. But that's about it. See ya.